Okay. So today's agenda I have said, and it may happen that our class will go at a stretch for about 1 hour and 20 minutes, but then the practical will get over early. You need not return back at 3:45. So I aim at explaining both these things in the next 1 hour or 1 hour 10 minutes. Okay. So um, I have heard from batch HI, you are from BE8, SE8, right? So what is going on in the class as far as theory is concerned? What is your theory teacher teaching you currently?
IC74LS83.
Okay, that is going on. Fine. So decoder is also over. No problem. That's great. So in next 5 minutes, we will just revise what is a decoder, and we are through. So you know that decoding means extracting information from given piece of data. Basic definition of decoding is extracting information from a given piece of data, right? So take an example. If I say 0 0 0, so I know that this is a binary equivalent of 0 decimal. Similarly, when I say 100, it is a binary of 4 decimal. Similarly, if I say 111, then it is a binary equivalent of 7, right? So if I have a system which indicates the decimal equivalent of a binary combination, I can call that system as a decoder, right? So this is exactly what a decoder is. So if you recall, this is a decoder, and it has 3 inputs. And intentionally I am writing I2, I1, I0 because I know that I2 is my okay, fine, there's some issue. So I know that I2 is MSB and I0 is LSB. Okay, we are going to rename I2, I1 and I0 as C, B and A because the datasheet of IC74LS138, it names the 3 decoder inputs as C, B and A, with C being MSB and A being the LSB. So again here we have 8 outputs. Okay, and Y0, Y1 to Y7. Okay, so as I said, this is a system which gives an indication of the decimal equivalent of the binary combination which is applied at I2, I1 and I0. Okay, so here This system it indicates the decimal equivalent of the binary combination applied to I2, I1 and I0 by forcing the value of one out of the 8 outputs to 1 or 0 while forcing all remaining outputs to 0 or 1. Okay, so 3-state decoder system indicates the decimal equivalent of binary combination applied to I2, I1, I0 by forcing the value of 1 out of the 8 outputs to 1 or 0 while forcing all remaining to 0 or 1. Okay, so if that one output which is having a unique value is 1, okay, and all remaining are 0, it indicates that it is an active high decoder. So we have two kinds of decoders. Decoders are of two types. Active high output and we have active low output decoders. So in the active high output decoders, the outputs are of this type, that is it is 1 and all others are zeros. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, or else it will be 0 1 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and in case of active low, it is opposite, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 we have okay. So please understand that here the inputs I0 are going from 0 0 0 to 1 1 and 1. Okay, so the subscript of output which has a unique output value, that is 1 or 0, indicates the decimal equivalent of I2, I1, I0. Okay, the subscript, the subs, very sorry. Fine. This was a brief theory. Now directly going to our this thing. What you say? Data sheet of 7 for LS 138. So 7 for LS 138 and 139 have combined data sheets. 138 is a decoder, and if you see here, this is the block diagram. You can say pinout diagram of 7 for LS 138. Yeah. So we see here that we have three inputs I2, I1, I0 and 8 outputs Y0 to Y7. So in the pinout diagram we see here, so from pin number 15 to 9 we have 7 out of the 8 outputs Y0 to Y6, and the 8th output is available at pin number 7. So pin number 15 to 9 and 7 comprise 8 outputs of the decoder. Similarly here pin number 3, 2 and 1 in this order, they are the three inputs of decoder C, B and A. Understand one thing, that C is MSB which corresponds to I2 here, and A is LSB which corresponds to I0 here. So whenever we want to apply the combination 100, then you have to connect pin number 3 to VCC and pin number 2 and 1 to ground. Similarly, if I want to apply the input 001, then I have to connect pin number 3 to ground, 2 to ground and 1 to VCC. So please remember this thing, that in the pinout diagram of 74LS138, pin number 3 or C is MSB, pin number 1 or A is LSB, while the outputs Y0 to Y7 go from pin number 15 to 9 and 7. VCC is at 16 and ground is at 8. In addition to this, there are three important signals at pin numbers 6, 5 and 4. So if we see carefully, here pin number 6 is given the name G1, pin number 5 is G2B and pin number 4 is G2A. Carefully see that pin number 6 does not have a bubble, but pin number 5 and 4 have bubbles. So these bubbles indicate that these are active low signals. Now similarly we see that all the outputs from Y0 to Y7 at pin numbers 15 to 9 and 7 are all having bubbles. These bubbles indicate that this particular decoder is an active low output decoder. I repeat, the bubbles shown at the output pins of the IC indicate that this decoder is an active low output decoder. That means we'll be dealing with this kind of a system here. So our IC 74LS138 is actually a active low output decoder. So we are going to have a truth table realization which is shown here. Now G1 is active high at pin number 6 and G2B and G2A at pin number 5 and 4 are active low. These are the enable pins as you can see here. So this particular IC has 3 enable pins, and as I told you that G1 is active high, so it will enable the IC when pin number 6 is connected to VCC or logic 1. Similarly, G2B and G2A are active low enables. That means we have to connect pin number 5 and 4 to ground. That means the enable signal combination for enabling this IC, that is to enable this IC to work as a 3-stage decoder, is 100 at pin numbers 6, 5 and 4. Okay, that is where now I modify my diagram like this, and I will be adding the 3 signals here. So I will write the IC signals here C, B and A, and then I have the three enables, and I will write them like this. One is active high and remaining two are active low. Okay, so this is G1, G2B, G2A. G2A. Okay, the pin numbers are 321, 21, 654, 654, and here it is 15 to 9 and 7. Okay, okay, fine. So it's very clear now. Directly I go to Multisim and give you a demo. So this is a better view. Usually the default workspace of Multisim has grid shown. I will tell you how to switch on and off the grid. So here it's, you can, if you say show grid, it will show you the grid, but I don't need the grid because I want a clearer workspace. So I will just say apply. So now here go to TTL and just you can say 138. So we have 74LS 138. So you can choose any one of them. It's here, and we can see clearly that, see the pin numbers, the MSB input C at pin number 3, LSB input A at 1, and we see the outputs are all going from 15 to 9 and 7. There's a ground and VCC. There is no need to connect pin number 16 to VCC and pin number 8 to ground. The VCC and grounds are internally applied by the tool. And then we are having the three enables G1, G2 and G2A, G2B, right? So without wasting any time, I'll directly go into making the connection. So this is how it is, and I will use as usual the three switches for SPDT. So switch, go here and SPDT to see how fast you can do it actually. Okay, okay, I will select all of them and I will say right click, flip horizontal, and they go here, and I will connect the first switch to C, second one to B, and third one to A. And what I will do, I will name them also like that. Let the label be C, let the second label be B, third label be A. I will also set the controls for the switches as C, B and A. So the key for toggle is alphabet C for MSB. For the second one is B. The third one is A. Fine. Now what I do is that I'll be enabling the IC by connecting G1, G2 and G2B. So I will go here, I will select sources and I will select VCC here, and I will keep the common lines VCC. I will also select ground, and I have to select D ground, digital ground. So DG end is here. Okay, and what I can do is that I can flip this component vertical, and then I will say Control J to pull a line here. I will say another Control J, pull it here. This is the ground line or the ground rail. This is a VCC rail. Okay, I will connect all upper inputs of the switches to VCC. I will connect this to ground, the second ones. Similarly, I know that I have to connect pin number 6. So what I will do is here I will short both of them, and I will say Control J on this point somewhere. Okay, anyways, you can also connect it like this, Control J. Where is the ground line? It's here. Okay, so I will say Control J on this. I will pull it here. Okay, fine. So okay, so this is lost now. Problem. So I can pull it like this. Control J. Fine. So the signals are done, and I will first save this. And now what I will do is that I will choose the lamps. So I go here and indicators and say green. Not this one, sorry. I need lamps. Say probe green. Okay, great. Okay, so what I will do, I will select and say Control C, and I will do Control A. So what I'll do, I'll rotate it. Okay, I will say rotate clockwise, and I will, okay, so what I will do, I will say y0. Let me see what I get if I copy this component and paste it 7 times. See, great. Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5, Y6, Y7. Okay, so what I do is that I will increase the space by doing like this. So we are through. So CBA, fine, that's great. Okay, so we are expecting to observe this functionality like this. Okay, so let's run the simulation now. All of you saw. So here y7 is 0 and all remaining are 1. Okay, so when this happens, it means my input is, so now y7 is 0 and all remaining are 1. It means the input has to be 1 1 1. See, now it's 1 1 1. Okay, so let us also put one more lamp here. Stop the simulation. Lamp, put it here. Counterclockwise, and we have to name this, but it not allows. I'll say C in E in E in. So here fine. So now what I will do, CBA. Okay, so 0 0 0 decimal equivalent is 0, so y0 will go low. So now 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 y3 1 0 0 y4 1 0 1 y5 1 1 0 y6 and 1 1 1. Okay, that's it. So it's very simple. So we have verified the functionality of 3:8 decoder. Now what I want to show to you is that what will happen if I disable the IC. Okay, so going back to our OneNote. So from the above, we can conclude that all outputs cannot be 1, and also all outputs cannot be 0. So if we carefully observe the truth table of active low decoder, we see that maximum of 7 outputs can be 1, but one output has to be 0. So all outputs being 1 is not possible. Similarly, all outputs cannot be 0. So the manufacturer of this IC has used this particular thing, that when the IC is operating as a decoder, it is never possible that all outputs are zeros and all outputs are 1. That means he has used one of them to indicate the disable state of an IC. Now what we will do, we will disable the IC and we will find out that in the disable state, the decoder has all outputs as 1s or all outputs as 0. Going back to multisim. So now what I will do is I will connect the pin number 6 instead of VCC to ground. Stop the simulation. I will remove this and I will disable the IC by connecting the active high enable to ground. So what I will do, I will connect it here. Okay, I will say save and see. Are you seeing all the outputs are 1 now? This is not possible. Whenever the IC is operating as a decoder, always one of the outputs will be 0 and remaining all will remain 1. But here we see that all outputs are 1, which indicates that IC is disabled. So conclusion is that in disabled state, all 8 outputs of 7 4, let us not write the IC, of IC are pulled to 1. So highlighted, in disabled state, all 8 outputs are pulled to 1. This is the conclusion. Okay, any doubts till now? So I'll proceed to BCD now directly. We have only hardly 20 minutes. We have 25 minutes now. Yeah. Any doubts till now? Yeah?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Good. At least one student is giving an audio feedback. Fine. So, as I told you that I will be demonstrating the part A of decoder, and remaining 4 bits of the assignment will be uploaded as images. Okay. So when I do it, I will show it to you. Okay. Now we go further to BCD adder. Okay. So I know, as you told, that BCD adder is already going on. So another 5 minutes for some theory. Okay, so some basic principles. First, no revision, just a brush up. So BCD, it stands for binary coded decimal system. Second fact, BCD is a weighted code. Third, BCD is also known as 8421 code. And 8, 4, 2 and 1, they are actually weights: 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 1 and 2 raised to 0. Okay, so basically these are actually positions. Fourth fact and clarification is BCD is a 4-bit code. Okay, and a caution is BCD versus hex code. Similarities are both are 4-bit codes, but difference is that BCD, it goes from 0000 to 1001. Okay, and you know that it is 0 decimal to 9 decimal. On the other hand, hexadecimal number system also is 4-bit system, but we know that hexadecimal number system goes from 4 zeros to 4 ones, indicating the list of symbols from 0 to fx. In other words, BCD system has 10 decimal to 15 decimal as invalid numbers. This is very important. Okay, invalid numbers. Okay. Last but not the least, you should know that what system we are trying to build and simulate in Multisim is a BCD adder. So BCD adder is a digital system which is very important, which adds two valid BCD numbers and gives a valid BCD sum. Okay. So BCD adder is a digital system which adds two valid BCD numbers and gives a valid BCD sum. Okay. Fine. So here, as per our definition given, if I want to make a block diagram of a BCD adder, it will be like this. It will accept two 4-bit numbers. The first number is A, second number is B, and it will accept one carry, and it will give me 4-bit sum, and it will give me a carry out. Okay, let me also comment here that the input should be valid BCD. Okay, this will be getting as 1 or 0. C in can be 1 or 0, it's an input, and sum also has to be a valid BCD. These are the terms and conditions which apply in this system. Okay, so A and B should be valid BCD. C in can be 1 or 0, C out can be 1 or 0, and the sum has to be a valid BCD. Okay, so your theory teacher has taught you that basically BCD adder inside, okay, it is binary adders. Okay, and plus there will be a invalid BCD checker logic. Okay, so binary adders combined with invalid BCD checker logic makes it a BCD adder. Very true. It's very simple now. Okay, so now I will directly flash to you what we say. Yeah. Is the diagram visible to all of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, fine. Yes, so this is known to you. The upper rectangle represents the first 7483 IC, The lower rectangle represents the second 7483 IC. And we are having two AND gates and one OR gate. But there is a caution here that the OR gate is doing the logical ORing between three inputs. So I think so we do not have an IC which is a 3-bit OR gate. What we have is 7432, which is a 2-input OR gate. So this particular single OR gate has to be replaced with two OR gates, and the two AND gates are 7408. So as far as the IC count is concerned, we need two 7483s, we need 7408 and 7432. So two gates from within 7432, two gates from within 7408, and we need two separate ICs. There is nothing called as a single IC having dual 7483s. So we need total IC count is 1, 2. So two 7483s, one 7408 and one 7432. So we need 1, 2, 3 and 4 ICs here. Okay. Now another what is a clarification is that our numbers are A3 to A0 and B3 to B0, and the sum is from S3 to S0, right? So this particular S3 to S0, which comes out of the second 7483, represents our BCD sum. Similarly, the carry out C out, which comes out of the first 7483, is our C out. Okay, not there, it's here. Okay, carry output. So the output of our OR gate is our final carry C out, and the sum output of the second 7483 is our BCD sum. And here the carry in of the second 7483 should be grounded, while we have a freedom of applying 1 or 0 as a carry input. We are going to incorporate this in the next 10 minutes. So it is very easy. Only problem is that when I show you the IC from Multisim, now there is one word of caution that if any one of you are using Multisim version 11, then 7483 is not available there. I repeat, 7483 is not available in Multisim 11. So that is why you have to upgrade yourself to Multisim 14. That is what happened. Yesterday when I was giving a demo to H6 batch, I was trying to find 7483, but I was not able to find it in Multisim 11. So yesterday I installed Multisim 14 and I'm happy today. Okay. So now I will go to say file, new, and blank. Let's say create. Just a minute. Fine. So here, first of all, I will save it, and so here I am. So I will go to TTL 7483. So I'm here. Fine. So we will just zoom and we will see how it is, right? So here you have to take care that the inputs are not like that which I showed in the photo. Okay. So in the photo we have the inputs to the 7483 as A3 to A0, B3 to B0. But in Multisim it is A4 to A1, B4 to B1 and S4 to S1. So you have to take care of the subscripts. Anyways, now what we will do that we have to align it. So I will be rotating the IC. Yeah. So I will select the IC here and I will say counterclockwise and I will say flip vertical. Okay, you are seeing here. So that is what I have to do. Select counterclockwise and I will say flip vertical, and here we have it. Okay, so we have A3 to A0, B3 to B0, S3 to S0. Okay, fine. So now according to this diagram, the sum outputs of the first 7483 become the second input of the second 7483. So I have to do some kind of an alignment. So what I will do, I will take this IC and I will move it like this. Okay, and I will connect them like this. Okay, see here, this is the carry in, C in, this is the carry out. Okay, So first input A, second input B, C in, C out, and the sum vector. So control A, and I will pull it here. Yeah. Okay. So repeatedly we have to refer. So it's A and B. Now what I will do is that I will bring the invalid BCD checker logic here. That is two OR gates and two AND gates. That is what I have to do next. Go here. 7432. Okay. Bring it here. Bring it here. Okay. And say cancel. Select them and say flip horizontal. Okay. Put this guy here. Put this guy here. Okay. TTL 08. Okay. We see here carefully. Here you have to take care. Okay. So here we have to do ANDing between S3, S2 and then S3 and S0. So S3, S2 ANDing and S3, S0 ANDing. Okay. Yes. So zoom here and bring the two AND gates down and S3, S2, S3, S0. Just confirm again. S3, S2. So and S3, S0. Fine. That's done. Okay. Now the outputs of the two AND gates are going to the inputs of the NOR gate. So here okay.
फिर S3 S2 and S3 S1 है ना वो?
एक मिनट S3 S2 देखो ना यहाँ पे फर्स्ट एंड गेट जो है वो S3 और S2 का एंडिंग करता है. सेकंड है S3 और लास्ट वाला देखा आपने. अच्छा S1 है. यू आर राइट. यू आर राइट. थैंक यू फॉर करेक्टिंग. ओके. तो इसको निकालो यहाँ से और इसको कर दो यहाँ पे. करेक्ट नाउ. ओके है अभी. यस.
सर अभी तक कनेक्ट दिखाई नहीं.
अभी आया ना.
हाँ सर
अभी हो
सही
गया.
है.
या ओके. हो चुका है. Okay, yeah. So now as per this circuit diagram we are supposed to give the output of the first OR gate to C out, right? तो first 7483 का C out और ये OR gate का output दोनों को ORing करना है हमने. ओके. सो इसका C out कहाँ पे है. यहाँ पे. ओके. दिस इज द C out. तो इसका ORing करना है. सो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल टेक दिस like this, like this, put it here. Okay. Yes, I have done that. Okay. The outputs of the two AND gates are ORed and that ORing is ORed with C out. Okay. Outputs of the AND gates are ORed and that is ORed with this. Okay. So this becomes my output carry. Okay. Very good. So अभी कुछ नहीं करेंगे. We will do the artwork or decoration afterwards. Okay. So invalid BCD checker is over. Now hardly anything is to be done. Okay. So C in of the second is to be grounded. Right. So I will say Control A and bring it here like this. And I will take ground, go to sources, say DGND, okay, and here this will ground, okay, carry in is to be grounded, and this carry I'll have a provision of giving 1 or 0. Again I go here and I will go to switches. switch SPDT. So again go here, close it. It's already there. Okay, so I'm having a provision of giving 1 or 0 as an input, right? Now the most difficult part comes here, not difficult part. Marathi tala kichkat mantar. We have to give the inputs now. Okay, so now we have to give inputs. Yeah, one more important thing is remaining is this connection. Okay, this connection is remaining now. This one. Okay, this one. So we have to connect the second and the third input to the output of the Cout, and the first and last has to be connected to ground. So zoom. So first and last to be shorted. Control C, Control V, ground. Okay, this is what I have done. And the middle two bits have to be connected to output of OR gate. No problem. Okay, so it's difficult now. No problem. So what I will do, I will pull this IC like this. And this has to be connected here. Okay, this comes here. That's okay. Yeah, that's done. Okay, now we go to apply inputs. Okay, so again go to sources, digital sources, take interactive digital constant here. Okay, now keep on putting them. Okay, we need 8. Okay, so what I will do, I will have a shortcut now. Okay, so I will select all of them. I will say Control C, say Control V. Okay, cha 8 aa gaya, right? Start naming them now, so we know what to put where. So A3, A2, A1, A0. B3, B2, B1, B0. Now align them properly. Okay, so fine. Okay, so select all of them and I will say okay, fine, no problem. A3, A2, A1, A0. Okay, similarly B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, so this is how it operates for those who do not know. 0 1 0. Okay, so 0 0 0 0 and 0. Okay, now I will make things readable for us. Okay, so now the inputs are connected, the provision for applying 1 and 0 as carry is also provided, the BCD correction logic is also there, the Cout is grounded. Now directly what we will do, we will put lamps here. Okay, we will put lamps. So I will go here, I'll go to indicators, and as before I will put a lamp probe. So green colored probe I will put. Okay, and what I will do, first only I will name it as sum, that is S3. S3. Okay, control C, control V. Okay, so select all of them. No, fine. So careful and say right click, flip vertical, and connect all of them. S3, S2, S1, because okay, fine, there is an S1 somewhere.
Switch.
Yes, acha, switch is there. Okay, okay. So I will name this as S, switch as S. Then it should accept. So S0. Fine, the system is set. What I will do, that we have to actually indicate the carry out. Okay. So what I will take one more lamp from here and I will do like this. I will put it exactly here so we can read the carry simultaneously. So I will connect it here and I will rename this as the carry. Okay, great. So system is over now. So first we will run it. Okay, so first I will keep this switch. Now switch carry के लिए what we will do, we will say double click and we will say let it be C. Okay, fine, save it. We are through. So we are going to add the number 0 and 0 and see if we are getting a valid. Okay, so I think so another simulation is running. So we are not getting the result because 0 plus 0 should be, sum should be 4 zeros and carry should be 0. We are not getting it. Can somebody help me to troubleshoot what is the problem?
Sir, that carry should be 0. That is
Pardon?
connected to the ground. Sir, the CO, first CO carry,
Yeah.
it should be connected to the ground. That means
No. See,
you
if it is even if it is connected to 1, the output should be, carry should be 0 and sum should be 0001. Okay. I will do it anyways. So okay, there is no difference. कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा वहां पे. ओके, हमारे कनेक्शन में कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ है. ओके, ट्रबल शूट करना पड़े, इसलिए इतना आसान नहीं है ये. तो हमने कहीं पे कुछ गड़बड़ किया. S3 S2 का हमने ये किया है. अब सब लोग आप देख सकते हैं कहीं पे कुछ मैंने गलती किया कनेक्शन में. सो इट विल बी फास्टर. इनपुट्स दिए हमने बराबर A3 टू A0. सेकेंड नंबर भी दिया है B3 टू B0. फर्स्ट का जो कैरी इन है वो हमने प्रोविजन दिया है. सेकंड का कैरी इन जो इसको ग्राउंड किया है हमने, इट इज ग्राउंडेड. उसके बाद सेकंड वाले का कैरी तो निगलेक्ट करना है, तो यहाँ पे कैरी आ रहा है निगलेक्ट किया है मैंने. ऊपर वाले का जो कैरी है दैट इज ऑड. ओके, दिस कैरी इज ऑड हियर. भी ऑरिंग हो चुका है. सेकंड ऑर गेट का कैरी आउट आ रहा है. यहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कहीं पे गड़बड़ किया है हमने. MSB एंड LSB को शॉर्ट करके ग्राउंड करना है. ओके, ग्राउंड किया है हमने. और बीच वाले 2 बिट्स हैं उनको हमने कनेक्ट करना है आउटपुट यहाँ पे. Yes, anybody is able to find the problem? Okay. ये LEDs ऑफ नहीं हो रहे, मुझे लगता है LEDs में गड़बड़ है. ठीक है, हम लैंप्स को चेंज करके देखते हैं. इसमें भी ये प्रॉब्लम. लेट अस सी. से सिलेक्ट ऑल ऑफ. जस्ट अ मिनट. ओके, okay, fine. Select all of them, double click, replace, and I'll replace it with some other LED. So I will say red. Oh, I got the problem now. There is a problem with the lamps. We'll replace them. हाँ, देखा आपने? We are done. Our connection was correct, students. Only the problem was with lamps. Okay, अब इसको हम वेरीफाई करेंगे. ओके, तो 0 plus 0. ओके, फाइन. 0 plus 0 we are getting carry 0 and 1. ओके, क्यों? बिकॉज सीन इज 1. अभी मैं सीन को 0 करता हूँ. देखा आपने? हो गया ऑफ. तो 0 plus 0 with a carry 0 is carry 0 and sum is also 0. Now I will make it 1. The lamp has glown. Now we will do 1 plus 1. Okay, so 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. गिव इट अ कैरी. हो गया. अभी हम कॉम्बिनेशन लेंगे. तो 2 plus 3, 2 3 will be 5. देखा आपने 5, and there is no. Now I give a carry, it becomes 6. 0 1 1 0. Higher combinations. So 1 7 plus 8, 7 plus 1, we are getting 7 plus 1 plus 0 is 8. Give a carry, becomes 9. Now we'll generate a carry. The carry will be generated when we have 7 plus it will be 9 plus 1, right? So we have 1 0 0 0, and we have 2 here. You see here, so we are having 8 plus 2 is 10, and 10 in BCD is 1 and 0. So we are seeing that the sum vector is 0 0. So it is 1 and 0. Let me give a carry. We are having it here. Okay, now the maximum value of operands A and B which you can give is 2 maximum. So the maximum valid BCD numbers which I can give is 9 plus 9. So I will give 1 0 0 1 and 1 0 0 and 1. We are seeing here 9 plus 9 is 18, and 18 in BCD is 1 and 8. So carry is 1 and we are having 9. So because I am having a carry as 1, so I will make the carry 0, right? So here it is 9 plus 9 with a carry 0 is 18, 1 and 8. Now I teach you something else. Some of you might be knowing it, but still. Okay. So now what I do, I stop the simulation and I will make my system readable. How? I will use hex displays here. Okay, if you want to have hex displays, I'll go here and indicators, and hex display. So I take it here. Not this one. We need a normal DCD hex blue. We can have green. Okay, fine. Okay, one more for B, one more for the sum, one more for carry. Okay, so please understand one thing, students, that I'll zoom it and show it to you. This is the MSB input and this is the LSB input. Okay, I repeat, in the hex display the leftmost input is MSB and rightmost is LSB. So I'll connect it. Okay, there's only one bit, so we can just connect the last input here. Okay, so let us see if what we have done is correct. So now we see that our inputs are 9 plus 9. When I run the simulation, the left display should show 9, this should show 9, this should show 8, and this should show 1. Is it clear? 9 plus 9 is 18. Now I'll go on checking all the combinations. Okay, see now how it updates dynamically. 1 plus 4 is 5 with a carry 0, right? Go on changing now. Okay, so 5 plus 5 is 10. So the carry is 1 and the sum is 0. So we have 8. So I cannot give anything more than 9. So I will say 8 plus 5. Okay, it's 8 plus 6, so I'll give 5 is 13. Okay, similarly 0 plus 0, 0, and I'll put a carry here. We get a 1 here. So now 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, 4 7. Okay, any doubts? No doubts, right? Fine. This is how you should do it. So you can replicate this. So BCD adder I only have done. So the video is recorded. I'll put it on YouTube channel and you can download it and you can see it. I'll compress it and put it. And then you can redo the entire video. That will complete your BCD adder assignment. And I'll be sharing with you the picture of BCD subtractor also. Okay. That was all from my side. I'll stop the simulation. Okay. And I will upload all the necessary reference materials into your team. So I go here, close teams. This is E8, right? Files, class materials. So here I will create new folder. I will say decoder. So create. Go inside. So B, C, D, and E. All 4 problems and solutions have been uploaded into your decoder folder. Yes. Okay, similarly I will create another folder with the name BCD adder subtractor. I will upload the data sheet also. Data sheet is here and adder and subtractor pics are also there.